I would like to introduce you to my Grandma Ricky. She is my maternal grandmother, and she is 71 years old. Today, she's 71 years old, and she has raised 3 kids and has 6 grandchildren currently. She has one sister who's 6 years younger, and she used to teach college. She teach at a college, and her classes were in organization and
memory,
and
they were life skills. Life and academic skills.
She loves tennis and still plays to this day, and takes us on wonderful family vacations, and is not a big fan of President Obama. This is the example.
I love it. Let me see. What do you think of here? Where do you see the Obama?
No, right here.
Yeah, okay. I come from, I come from a wonderful family, and I was raised with so much love and so much admiration. I was blessed. My dad came over from Russia when he was 11 years old. And he worked very, very hard to provide for his family and give them everything he never had. He never went past a 6th grade education. But he was the most wonderful man. And my mom just gave us tons of confidence, and also wanted us to have everything that she didn't have, as she was raised in the Depression.
That's Jessa.
I know.
Okay, so your mother was raised in the Depression, so in the 30s, and she wanted to give you everything she didn't have. What else?
I was very devoted to my sister, as my mother was very devoted to her sister and had a great relationship. And we have handed down the tradition of great sister relationships as I develop with my girls. I was never given any formal training in athletics. But I was a tomboy and participated in stickball, stoop ball, stoop. You throw a ball against the steps. If you hit a point and you catch it without it bouncing, it's double points.
Okay. Stickball, stoop ball,
and punch ball.
Punch ball.
With a pink Spalding ball. And so I naturally was able to develop a tennis game and entered my first tennis tournament without a lesson ever, and made it to the finals. It was much later in life when my mother came to visit us in California, and she was playing with Lainey, my daughter, she was hitting a tennis racket against the garage door that I discovered my mom, who never had the opportunity to play, that's where my coordination came from. Mm-hmm. More.
I think that's good. That's good
okay, yeah.
For now. Okay. Okay, so interview question number 1. What does a faith in a higher power or God mean to you?
When I was very young, my brother drowned when he was 8 years old, and I was only 4. And I always spoke to him every night. He knew that he was in heaven, and I was going to be reunited with him one day. And I think that probably took me through a lot of childhood trauma. My parents were religious, and we kept 2 sets of dishes. And I always believed in God, and it was something I internalized because of my brother.
Why do you think it is important for people to have religion or faith in life?
Because I believe that religion is the thing that teaches morals and love. And in times of need, which we all go through bumps in life, I think it's something that you can hold on to and give you faith to get you through problems. I believe all religions. I would prefer to have a person that believes in God no matter what religion than someone who didn't believe in God. And I have a son-in-law that I embraced when I found out his father was a minister, his grandfather was a minister, and his parents were very active in the church. And he spent every Sunday in the church. And I thought that's wonderful because he's a moral man.
What was the most significant event in your life, in your faith life, and why?
I would have to say that it would bring me back to my brother. Because I think that's when I really embraced faith. And I absolutely adore him. There was a relationship bonded. He bought me a gift when I had chicken pox. And I just had a need to speak to him. And so believing that he was in heaven and that he was listening to me pulled me through that whole childhood trauma.
What do you wish someone would have told you about your life when you were my age?
I think when you're 14 years old, you're filled with insecurities and you wonder, like, am I going to be a success? Am I going to have a family? Am I going to be happy? And I was a very insecure child. And it would have been nice to know that my life was going to turn out as wonderful as it did. Although it's a very pleasant surprise, and sometimes I have to pinch myself and say, I can't believe it turned out so well, and I wish it had turned out so well for my parents.
What words of wisdom would you like to share with me today?
I would like to say that you have some incredible gifts. You are so loved by your family. You are being given the best things in life. You have brains, you have personality, you're beautiful, and I would like to say, be confident. I wasn't confident when I grew up. I was really insecure. But it would have been nice. I look back and go, it would have been nice to be confident when I was a teenager. It would have been less stressful. And I'd like to say, think about your grandma who was so shy, and then how she blossomed as an adult. And know that if you're shy right now or insecure, know that you're going to be great.
Do you think there's a difference between being a person of faith and being a person of religion?
Interesting. I don't think that was ever posed or I ever thought about that. But thinking about it right now, I think faith has more to do with believing that things are going to work out, have faith in the world evolving as it should. Whereas religion is more structured and it gives you the rules and the ways to follow something. Faith, you interpret it on your own.
This question I didn't think about before, but I want to ask it now. So recently, your temple, Congregation Beth Israel in San Diego, got new sidurs, and there are more like progressive sidurs. So they have an alternate reading along with Hebrew and transliterations and the typical service. So what do you think about this new siddur?
I think it's important for religion to have an open door to the next generation and keep them. And so I think, like Tevye and Fiddler in the Roof, we have to change and we have to embrace the next generation because we love them and we want to put a bridge between, we want them to be part of what we think that's important. And if they can't relate, we have to tweak it a little.